Hey everybody, welcome back to Windwardsville Music Speaks, where we fight depression with the power of music. I am your professional handicapped host, James Cox, and tonight I'm joined by Kenneith Perrin. Did I say that right?
It's actually Kenneith.
Kenneith.
Kenneith Perrin. Yeah.
Kenneith Perrin. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
That's
because I'm
okay.
like,
That's okay.
I don't think that's Kenneth. I think that's something else. Yeah, but that's okay. Kenneith Perrin, an artist who work and is rooted in authenticity, emotion, and purpose. Kenneith, welcome to the show, man. This is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I found you from Podmatch, and I'm like, dude, I love his music. I got to interview him, and so usually podcast does me right, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so well, first of all, I gotta commend you about your songwriting because one of your songs is really touching me, and I just want to know more about it. But in the meantime, before that, I want you. Okay, so I learned that you started your music career officially when you were 8 years old. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And okay, so my first question, this might be hard for you because I mean, because you were super young back then, right? Who was Kenneth then, as opposed to Kenneth now? Looking back at all your musical feats, you know.
I think he hasn't changed that much, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm still kind of a kid at heart, meaning like I still dream of bigger things, better things, brighter things, always looking on the positive side of things. I think sometimes as we get older, life kind of throws a lot of challenges our way, and the world kind of has a way of sort of trying to shape your view of how you should look at things. But fortunately for me, I've always maintained a positive outlook and have always believed that the best is yet to come, basically.
Yeah.
So
because many people find music later on in life, not age 8. You know, that's amazing. You know, luckily for my cousin, he found it when he was like 2 or 3. You know, he was really, yeah. So he started to play guitar when he was 3 years old. But
Wow.
yeah. But I guess starting at 8 years old, was it like inborn, or did you hear something from other? Like, what is that? I got to do more of that stuff. You know.
It's kind of interesting. When I was about maybe 5, I believe I went to. My dad is a musician.
Oh,
My
that's
mom is
okay. Yeah.
yeah. So at the time, he was playing in a band, and he plays bass guitar. And he took me to band rehearsal one day, and he just kind of said, look at the instruments, pick out which one you really like. And I went straight for the drums because I've always have loved like the beat and things. As a matter of fact, my mom said before I was born, I would actually move to the beat of music that they would be playing in her stomach. So it was really interesting how that actually kind of came about. So I started playing drums first before I started singing. And then about maybe 6 or 7, I started looking at Soul Train, different music shows that just kind of had a lot of music artists performing. And I said, I think that's what I really want to do. So I started kind of mimicking a lot of the songs that I used to hear on the radio, things like that. And ended up singing, for the first time in my dad's hometown church, performing in front of a congregation, and was a little bit afraid at first, but then afterwards everything was smooth sailing after I got through the first song. So, and I like the feeling of sharing music with the audience and have that audience feedback come back to you. So yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, which is great. Your music feels okay. So on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere you get your music from, and I'm going to give a big shout out at the end too. Your music feels very international instead of pop.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So when you write and perform, what are you hoping people feel? Because after this question, and after you answer it, I got a question personally from my heart to share with you.
Yeah, sure. I really hope that people feel in some respects. I hope that they feel inspired. I hope that if they're having a bad day, they can listen to it and feel better in some respects. Even if it's like a slow song or a ballad, just something you can
Yeah.
just kind of drown into for a minute to kind of help you get an uplift to get from point A to point B. I know music has done that a lot in my life, listening to different songs from different artists. And it's always that one song that you kind of hear that just gives you that instant mojo, like drinking a cup of coffee. You're like, oh, I feel so much better now. It's like a shot, basically.
I have coffee
So,
right here.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Yeah,
Coffee is my
yeah, there you go.
bloodline. Yeah, coffee is my bloodline.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite? Do you have a favorite type of coffee? Are you a Starbucks guy or?
Okay, so I do go to Starbucks, but I've been a big fan of
Okay.
this company called Bones Coffee. They have like
Bones coffee. Okay.
Bones Coffee. They have 30 different flavors,
Okay.
like banana, strawberry, ice cream. Right, it's such a good thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I ordered me a bunch of those. So a few
Nice.
from now, I'll be ordering a new set. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
yeah, yeah. So
Cool.
try out
Cool. I
Bones
have to check
Coffee.
that out.
Yeah, I got a 20% discount for you, man. So yeah, you can try it.
Nice.
Yes, yeah.
Totally, man. Totally. Totally.
Um, but yeah,
But I'm sorry. Yeah, but go ahead.
it's a big deal with music because okay, so I want to know everything about one song that you wrote on your
Okay.
album. It took so long, which it came out in
Yeah.
2020. The pandemic, of course, and I believe that this is more fitting than to the pandemic.
Okay.
I'm a Christian. You're a Christian. I looked at your
Yeah.
background and everything. Yes. Yeah. So
Jesus, let's go.
yes, you all know us, right? Yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, but this song that I'm gonna have you go through with me is one of a kind, one of a billion songs, and one like this is one in a billion songs for me. Okay, it's "Erased by Mercy." Okay,
That one. Okay.
I can't express how much inspiration that gives me to this new
Really?
year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man, I just played that song over and over, like 3 or 4 times back to back. I can't, dude, I
Wow.
can't get enough of that song. Yeah, so if you would please tell me how you wrote that song, especially in 2020, because
Sure.
2020 and Jesus go up like hand in hand,
Oh, totally,
with
man.
with the
Totally.
pandemic. Yeah,
Totally. Yeah. Yeah, that song, it's really a song of repentance, I think. It's a
yeah,
song about surrender. It's a song about thinking that you kind of know everything and you realize you really don't know Jack.
yeah, right.
uh, you
Yeah,
know, at least you don't know more than what God does, basically.
right.
So it was just sort of like a more of a heart cry. I think sometimes we as Christians and believers, we start off on really good paths and we're doing well, but somehow, some way, maybe our way of thinking about something kind of goes off track, or maybe we let other people come in and distract us from what our calling is. Sometimes we might get distracted by maybe what the enemy throws our way,
Mhm.
and might be a combination of all those things all at one time. So, "Erased by Mercy" was just sort of like a prodigal coming back home type song to say, "Lord, I really screwed up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how I got here, but all I know is that I just want to come back to you and start fresh. And thank you for not holding it against me, for one. Thank you for your grace. Thank you for your mercy for allowing me to just start over, and just erase all the stuff that I messed up on. And can we just start fresh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, that's such a beautiful song.
Thank you, man.
It just
Thank
means the
you.
whole world. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I agree that as Christians, we fall back sometimes, but God is
Yeah.
always there to catch us, when we're
Right.
down and out, and I think that's a perfect example of His love and grace.
Yes, totally, man.
That's such
Totally.
amazing. Yeah. So
Wow.
so thank you. Yeah. So how has your relationship with music changed as you've grown as a person, or has it even changed?
Yeah, no, it definitely has changed. I
Okay.
think you kind of go through different levels. Obviously, the older you get, the more your musical styles and taste change.
Mm.
Um, or at least, they kind of change to the point where you're kind of open to hear different sounds, different songs, different artists. I think for me, growing up as a kid, I started off with disco, funk, R&B, and then as I got older, I kind of gravitated more towards new wave, rock, a lot more pop stuff, and for a while there, it just kind of stayed more along the pop side of things.
Right.
Um, but lately, I've been kind of getting back more into my R&B roots and kind of gospel roots.
Yeah.
So, but for me, I used to get teased a lot because even as a kid, I just never stayed in one genre. Like, and the kids at school would laugh at me and say, "Oh, you listen to stuff. You're kind of jumped out of your ethnic group
Right.
here
Yeah.
because you
Well,
listen to
yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
yeah, you shouldn't be listening to. And how come
And,
you like that?" And I'm like, I can't explain. I just like the song. If it's a Bengals song, if it's a Elvis Presley song, if it's a Beatles song, whatever, great music is great music. So I just kind of really have moved by that. So that's kind of been a challenge too, because sometimes when you're an artist and you release music and people look at you, sometimes they kind of expect you to kind of sound a certain way, look a certain way, or because you're from a certain, race or ethnic group, you're supposed to, match that expectation.
yeah.
But I think that's kind of been my challenge is like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm a music mutt. I'm gonna take the best of whatever I like and whatever I hear and make a story out of it or express it in the best way with the best sound that I possibly can. Because I want to grab your heart no matter
Yeah.
what. And I want to make you feel something
Yeah.
and move you with whatever it is I'm singing or writing. So yeah, kind of
Or
rebellious in a way, but yeah.
or you could just be sitting on the dock of the bay, which is a really great
Oh
cover
yeah,
that you did.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
right. It was
Exactly.
sitting on the man.
Thank you.
I I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
something, right? I have heard a lot of cover songs of that
Yeah.
song, and I don't think any truly, I mean, deeply for my heart, man. That just kills it right there,
Wow.
brother.
Thank you,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Thank
No,
thank
all
you.
right, yeah. Another
I
song
appreciate
that I can't get enough is you released this album in October 2025 last year. It's funny to say last year, because it
it.
just
Okay.
was a couple of days ago. But October 8th you released
Sure, sure.
a remix album called Mad Love. But the song that I really love is the Mad Love Jalopy piano mix. Right. That sounds
Oh, you like
funky
that?
and,
Oh,
and,
wow,
and
man.
to me that's like an international version where everybody can jump up and down with that
Wow.
movie with
Thank
that
you.
song. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm surprised because I wasn't too sure about putting that version out because it
Okay.
it didn't sound, it didn't sound studio polished type. It just was like a more of a kind of laid back, let's see how artsy we can get with it kind of thing. So no, no, I
Yeah.
appreciate that. That means a
Yeah.
lot. It means a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a saying online. It's like if you have a song that you are unsure about, release it anyway. You never know what
Sure.
might come out of it. And I think that's a really
Yeah.
powerful
Sure.
song to do that with. So you got a good song right there, brother. Yeah. So it's
Thanks,
cool.
man.
It's cool. Yeah. Um,
Wow.
if someone is listening to this podcast tonight, what would you want to say to them or tell them or hear? Because coming from a man of Christ like yourself and myself, I think we can only tell them a certain kind of level, to where
Yeah. Yeah.
they'll understand that everything will be okay. Do you have any
Yeah.
personal
Yeah.
advice on like what to, yeah.
I think anything, if anything, I think just to encourage you, just to encourage in that moment. I hope that whatever you hear encourages you in some shape, form, or fashion. Encourages you to go a little deeper, explore a little bit more, love a little bit harder, forgive a little bit more. Just encouragement all the way around. Yeah,
Nice,
yeah,
perfect. Yeah, because
yeah,
that's something that I still struggle to find in myself, because well, we're all sinners, you and me, and
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
just gotta depend on him, So thank you
Exactly.
for that.
Join the
Yeah,
club, brother. Join the
yeah,
club.
yeah, man. I'm trying to be better. We're all doing better over here, right? Yeah. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
So has there ever been a moment where you realized your music mattered to someone that you did not expect it at all? Like you're like that's your worst enemy. He
Oh,
gravitated
man.
towards it, and
Um. Wow. I guess not yet. I'll say
Oh,
not yet.
okay. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's fine. Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not everybody can, you know, um, yeah. Cause so has you perform live. So has anybody came up to you and said your music is this and this to me, and thank you for helping me through this dark time,
Oh.
or
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I've have. It's interesting because I sing every place I can possibly get a chance to sing. So that could be churches, civic events, nightclubs, weddings, you name it. I'm there if my music is allowed to be accepted. So, but a few times I've sung at churches just as a guest vocalist, and
yeah,
people have come up afterwards and said, "Thank you for singing the song. I was really moved by it. Um, I like the lyrics of your song. I like the way you sang your song. It really touched me deeply. I was kind of going through a hard time. That kind of thing. Yeah,
right.
that's
Yeah.
happened quite a few times. And
Okay.
then the same thing has happened on the club spectrum too, where we're performing at like Whiskey a Go Go or something, and
Yes.
afterwards somebody will come up and say, "Hey, I had a hard time this week, but I appreciate the one song that you did, the We Can Forgive song, or one of the originals, and really appreciate that. It's really, really,
Yeah.
really, really, touching." So yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, to answer
Yeah.
your question, I guess that
Yeah.
has happened.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
to rethink that.
Speaking of, that's fine. Yeah, I'm 46 years old. You're a little man now, so I'm old. But
No, you're
but
not old,
no,
man.
okay. Yeah, everybody tells me that I look like 24 or something. And it's like, oh
Yeah,
my god,
man.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. But speaking of the Whiskey Go Go, you recorded Bad Luck at the Whiskey Go Go,
yeah,
which you
yeah.
can hear right now, and Bad Luck plus the remixes, which is great. Came out
Thank you.
October 8th, 2025 again. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, so we do have one or two more questions, but I do thank you for
Yeah.
coming on. Yeah.
Oh, totally, man. It's my
But
honor.
please come back anytime you want to. Man, I love talking to you right now.
I love to.
Um,
And you're in is it Lexington? Are you in
yes.
Lexington, South
Lexington, South
Carolina?
Carolina. Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll actually be in Greenville, the
Oh,
end of the month,
okay.
January 30th, at a place called Fire Forge. So if you're, I'll send you the information about
Yeah,
it. But yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So
I'll I'll try my hardest to make it
yeah,
down, man.
sure,
Yeah,
sure,
so we
man.
can meet. This is gonna be
Totally,
awesome.
totally.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay, so
But anyway,
we'll go all the way back to when you were like 8 or 9 or 16 or whatever. Okay,
sure.
we're looking around your room. Or are we
Yeah.
looking at any music posters? And if so, who are they?
Oh man.
Yeah,
Golly, take me back. Let's see.
right.
Probably MC Hammer
I
for one.
loved MC Hammer, dude. I loved them to death,
MC
brother.
Hammer. Um, Definitely Expose. I don't know if you remember Expose.
I don't remember
Um,
them.
okay, they were kind of more dance pop, Point of No Return.
Okay,
Okay, Expose, MC Hammer, definitely Sister Sledge, We Are Family, Lost in Music.
right.
Oh, okay, all right,
No,
okay.
no, no. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
him.
okay, okay, okay,
It's
okay,
him. I know.
okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then probably more than likely Missing Persons for sure.
Oh,
The group.
I've
Yeah,
heard of them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
They were like really, really. Yeah, well, I think I heard of them. There's so many.
there's so many, man.
It's
There's
like
so
yeah,
many.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
There's times when I go in the record store and I look down the hallways and there's nothing but music. I'm like, I don't
Totally.
know nothing about music, brother. This is
Totally.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and Carmen and DC Talk. I had to
Yes,
add those two.
DC Talk. I
Yes.
love.
Yes.
Yes, I'm right
Yes.
there with you. Yeah, yeah. DC Talks
Yeah.
are amazing too. But
Totally.
before we go, you wanted to tell everybody about your 2026 Melodic Heart and Soul Tour.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes,
Sure,
thank you.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so it actually kicks off the 17th here in California at for the One Fest, which will be down in Orange County, Garden Grove. And then next I'll be in LA, back up to LA at St. John's Retirement God Center, doing the MLK celebration concert there. And then we zip on down over to the East Coast, Greenville, on the
Right.
30th of this month. Yeah, at Fire Forge Brewery. But I'll probably be posting all my dates on my website here by the end of the week, and I'll try to send out some email blasts for those to let people know all the dates that are coming up. It's going to run about 8 months, pretty much off and on.
Oh, big tour.
So
Huh?
yeah, so
Yeah.
if I don't get you the first round, I'm hoping to get
Come
you the
on
second.
back and I'll say,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. Because I will. Well, there are some places around Columbia that you can play too. Because I live like 20 minutes from Columbia.
Oh,
You know?
really?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, yeah. There's
I got folks in Columbia, so
nice.
that's nice.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, I got that.
there's a few great venues around here. You know, small
Really?
but pulling some big crowds. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah.
No,
So
that's good to know. That's good.
yes. Yeah. Oh, and especially if you got family down there, you could always come and see them too. You know,
Sure,
kill
sure.
two birds with one stone, right? So
Exactly, right?
okay. So I
Exactly.
do have one more question for you, and this is going to
Sure.
be the hardest question I'm going to ask you yet. Okay.
Da, 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 da. All right.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, is there one artist, album, or song that you can listen to right now, but you can't tell me or anybody else how it makes you feel deep inside your soul?
Whoa,
Yeah.
boy, that's the whopper there.
Yeah.
Oof.
This
Okay,
is
let me
my
think
end
about
all
that.
be all question. You know.
Wow. So
Yeah.
artist, album, or song, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Hmm.
Is there one song where you can just hear it, but you really can't explain how it makes you feel? It's like I want to
Um,
tell them, but I don't know how to put it into words. You
you
know.
know, honestly, I probably would have to say I'd probably have to say Mariah Carey, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's great.
Right.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Especially
And
her more gospel type songs too. I mean,
right.
those hit
I,
home like super
right.
hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to look through her discography because I lost touch with her back in by God was it 90. I don't know. It's been a
95,
while since I
97.
listened to
Yeah.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while. It's been a minute, but she's killing it. You know, because I've
Yeah.
seen her perform live a few times
Sure.
in the past. Like, still got the voice. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. And let me
Well.
ask you too. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No. 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 Yep.
Um, I was curious, like, do you have a favorite type of music that you like to listen
Oh
to?
yes. Okay. So
Yeah.
speaking of going back to where you said you listen to all types of music. You know,
Yeah.
I'm that way too. But I'm in a. Okay. So my first love is always gonna be country because that's what me and my
Okay.
sister was raised on. You know,
Okay.
good classic country. And
Okay.
then during my high school years, it's always Metallica, Megadeth, all these heavy
Wow.
bands, right? Yeah.
Okay.
And that drove my mom absolutely nuts. She couldn't stand it. She's like, "Oh my god," you know. And then I started opening up my mind to more music at when I started college and everything. And then
Sure.
now okay, it comes full circle. Now it's back to country. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about
So
the whole.
yeah.
Okay.
So for me, I don't know why. Okay. So if I may ask you this, since we're on the subject, why do
Sure.
you think that the kids tease you about what you listen to? Because there's so much good stuff. I mean, were they
Totally.
like
Yeah.
close minded or just like bullies? You know, I don't
Sure.
know.
Sure. I think at the time, I think back then, like depending on like what neighborhood you lived in, depending on
Okay.
who you went to, I think it's just kind of more of a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Like um certain kids that lived in certain areas just were known to just really like certain types of music. And so if you kind of came from that same area or that same zip code, quote unquote, they just expect you to kind of be the same. You know, everybody was
Yeah.
sort of more of a cookie cutter, but Ash just always sort of kind of, out of the box and because my parents love music and they exposed me to a lot of different types of music because they like music. So for me, it's just natural to like a lot of variety of different artists, and even some country. Even
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember liking what's it, the Statler brothers, I think, and
Yes. Yeah, that was one of them.
yeah,
Yeah.
Statlers and Alabama and
Dude,
Charlie
Alabama,
Daniels.
man,
Never
Alabama
went
has
down
my
to
heart.
Georgia.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah, I used to
Yeah.
listen to that. They used to play on the radio all the time when I was growing up. So just I think that was just kind of the thing. Like if you listen to certain stuff, you were expected to.
Yeah.
If you went out of that box, and you just kind of got teased for it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Now, this is a fun question for you. Do you
Sure.
have any guilty pleasures that you listened to before, but you're kind of like, I don't listen to them now because I have Backstreet Boys. Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
I'm a
Yeah.
Backstreet fan now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I always was, but it wasn't cool to listen to Backstreet Boys back in
Right.
whatever.
Right.
So guilty pleasures. Do you have any, or like is that kind of like another thing for you, or
You mean like back then or like right now, or like if somebody would ask me what I listen to now and look at me crazy because I listen to like
everything, right? Yeah,
Backstreet Boys, whatever.
yeah. It could
Yeah, I
be it could
probably
be any time. It doesn't matter.
anytime. Okay, I probably would have to say. I probably have to say like the Beach Boys, maybe. Um, that's just totally like,
Okay.
yeah, like
Right?
totally
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Outside of
wow,
all,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Probably the Beach Boys. Yeah. So.
Beach Boys did some pretty powerful stuff too.
Yeah, and I love the vocal harmonies. That's what
Right.
kind of drew me in. Like I love groups that have a lot of harmony singing, and that can harmonize well with each other, doing the vocals. Because when I went to school, I learned, I took choral classes, but I also took vocal lessons in college too.
Right.
But that was just a good thing when you're able to blend with other people and sing and harmonize with one another. I think it kind of makes you a stronger musician because you have to kind of hone in and make sure that you're not going into somebody else's lane, basically, and
Yeah.
you can hold your own and be appreciative of what's going on around you too.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to find, if you want to hear a song with like perfect harmonies,
Uh-huh.
I do have one, and then I'll let you go because
No, that's okay, man.
it's I think it's called it's the song is called Meet in the Middle. I think it's by Diamond Rio, and they did a
Oh, Diamond Rio,
perfect
me middle.
man. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's perfect harmonization.
wow.
Yeah. So I mean, if you
Okay,
haven't listened to it in a long time, please do. Yeah,
okay.
because
What is
that's a
it?
killer. That
Hold on for a
I
minute.
think it's Diamond Rio, and the song is called Meet in the Middle.
Okay,
And
Diamond
I'll probably scan it too and see. Hold on.
me in the middle. Okay, I've heard of the group. I don't know if I've heard of that song though.
Yep. Diamond
Um,
Rio. Diamond Rio is the name. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. For me, I probably have to say "Let It Go" by the
Oh, okay.
Bangles.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that one or no?
Let it go
Let It
from the
Go.
Frozen.
No, from the Bangles.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a group from the '80s, but
Yeah.
they kind of patterned themselves after like the Yardbirds and the
Yeah.
Beatles
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the vocal harmonies and stuff.
Right.
So that
Nice.
would kind of be
I'll
yeah,
have to go back and listen to them. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But seriously, I beg you to come back. Okay. We got a
Oh,
lot.
dude, I would love to, man.
We
This
got a
was so
lot more
much
to talk
fun.
about, brother. Okay, and hopefully I'll see you in the first round when you come around. But if not,
Yeah,
second time's the charm, right?
totally, totally. And if there's any way that I can help support your podcast or your show, just let me know. I mean, be more than happy to give a shout out to
Sure.
my listeners. Maybe send a link in
Yeah.
my newsletters and stuff. So yeah, totally,
Okay.
man.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice. Thank you so much.
totally.
Thank you so much. And with that said, everybody, always remember when words fail, music speaks. Bye, guys.